Hey y'all, Bloodwing here. Back to bring some grumpiness to your internet. Welcome back to Redneck Radio, the live stream where today, let's see, you get an extra healthy side helping of I didn't even think about it beforehand.
Steak.
What a steak? Yeah, a good steak sounds good.
Steak.
Medium
Meat.
rare. Medium rare. Any more done than that, then it's you're just eating a catcher's mitt.
Well, we can't be friends at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't be friends. So
Yeah, I
you
haven't
may as
had a
well
good
skip up.
steak in a long while. Of course, I'm not sure I can chew one anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna get in smaller pieces, mate, if you can.
yeah, cut it up in small pieces. So, how's
Yeah.
it going, Alex?
Oh, I'm okay, mate. Thank you very much for asking. How are you?
Oh, been feeling my age for the last couple of days, but other than that, I'm okay. Just draggy, just
You're
really.
feeling old.
Yeah, I'm feeling old.
You're feeling flumpy, sir.
Yeah. I only worked 5 hours yesterday, and it just wore me to heck out. Like I was telling you before stream.
Mm.
I come home from work and promptly fell asleep in my chair.
You're allowed to do that.
Oh, yeah, but for 5 hours work, that's ridiculous.
Well, you are. You know, you're an older gentleman now.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess.
You know, you have to work with it. At the end of the day, mate, I'm 32 and I have to work within a new set of limits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I have to put up with it, then you also have to put up
I
with it.
got in the middle of an argument because I was laughing at the shop. I had two guys in there, and one of them was talking about, oh, he's old, and he was born in '74. And I'm keeping it to myself. I'm just laughing to myself. And another guy pipes in. So, oh, well, I was, you're younger than me. And when you were born, well, I was born in '69. And I finally had to say, my God, I'm older than both of you. Jeez, I was 14 when you were born, dude. Okay.
74. What's that? 14? No.
Yeah, I
14
was
years older than
14
me?
in '74.
Brief.
Yeah. I'm 9 years old when the other guy was born. I'm like, oh my God. You don't look that old. Yeah, well, I get that a lot. Trust me, I feel that old.
But you don't look that old at all. You know, you don't have the grays.
Yeah, I don't. Well, there is gray. You just can't see it because
There's not a lot of it if it is there.
Yeah, there's not.
I think I have more grey than you, don't I?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting quite a bit of gray in my beard, but that just makes me look distinguished.
Distinguished. Well, of course, it's the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
You know.
But no, not on my head much. It's sprinkled through there, but not enough to show. But hey, chat, how you doing? Mad Max, you were here early. Ryan Rollins, Jay Poitras, Keeper Dam, Green Thunder to Mighty, Nade,
Nade.
Yes, Nade, Megan Jade, Terabub, Theater Winch Ginger. How's everybody doing?
You sound so disappointed, and to be fair, I would also be disappointed if
Why's that?
Well, the people, the caliber of character that you currently have in your chat right now, sir, it's unfortunate.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Very unfortunate.
I wouldn't say that.
I would. You got Tara, Nara, G-Nubs, and Nade. Have you seen them? Delinquents, degenerates, debauchery and defilement. Animals, Bloodwing, animals.
Just animals, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, like you know how zombies, right, are really stupid. They're the same, except you don't need to create like an obstacle course worth of like spikes and stuff with them. What you gotta do, right, is just put a dildo in the middle of a room and have a bomb underneath it, and that'll take care of all of them.
I got you.
Thirsty women, thirsty.
It reminds me of I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops, and in the zombie part of that game, because you could play zombies.
I think I played it once, a friend's years ago.
Oh, I love the zombies on the Call of Duty. Me and J Kid played a ton of it. Love it. But there was a bomb that you could get out of a chest, and it looked like, you know, the little wind-up monkeys that bang the cymbals together and their eyes pop out.
Yeah.
We could throw that dude out there, and it would bang the cymbals, and when the zombies come to check it out, it blew up.
That's actually quite terrifying. When you think, yeah. It's actually quite terrifying.
I love the way they done zombies in Call of Duty. You had to board up all the windows, and
a crafting element to it, if you will.
Yeah, but then you had a particular area you had to get to, and it was just fun. It was a lot of fun and hard because each successive wave got harder and harder. But it was fun.
It's supposed to be, I guess.
Like I was telling Alex before the stream, I'm trying to get used to a new mouse I just bought this morning. Woke up this morning, fired up at 3:30 in the morning. By the way,
he loves it. By the way, he loves getting up that early.
Yeah, not so much, but fired up my computer and my mouse wouldn't work. Can't complain too much. It's about 5 years old. It's a wireless mouse, and I've got another corded mouse here, but it's just a straight up basic like $5 mouse that came with my computer.
What is that in like? Because obviously a mouse, you know, obviously age a lot faster than human beings. So well, what is that? 7 years, mouse years? Would you say?
Probably, maybe 10. I don't know. But you know, I had to get another one because a lot of the games that I play, I had, you know, extra buttons on that old mouse that I had, you know, set up to do things in games. Like in 7 Days to Die, one of my side buttons was run, so I didn't have to. Because it's awkward for my old hands to reach over and hit the shift button while I'm pushing W.
Yes.
It's just awkward. So anyway, and then the other button I had for jump. And so I couldn't use just I could use that other mouse to get me by until I get another one. But I really didn't want to game with that. So went out to Walmart this morning, bright and early, with the Whiffy.
And got yourself a brand new mouse.
A new mouse. I bought as cheap as I could get a gaming mouse. Has the buttons on. It's got all these fancy little lights. My wife's been eyeballing it though. If I turn my back, I think she's gonna steal it.
She's gonna rob that off you, mate.
Yeah, because
I have a mouse that does it, and it's a Razer mouse, and it has software, so I can choose the frequency of the colors and what colors.
Yeah, I can do that too. It came with a CD where you can set it all up. It's not anything fancy like a Razer. It's like an On. I paid $20 for it, so I can't, gotta.
It'll do.
Yeah.
Actually, the mouse that I have that I'm currently using, it came with the headphones that I'm using.
Yeah. We've seen some there that came with keyboards, and in fact, I had to pry her away from it because the keyboards had pretty colors on it too, and she wanted it.
Oh,
like, we're not here to spend $50 on a keyboard, okay?
It sounds like she had her own plans, mate.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
but Walmart's an interesting place at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing but old people in there
because it's safe for them. That's why.
And they have an old lady out front with her mask on, and she's got a tablet, and she's counting people as they go in, is what she's doing. And then when you come out, she marks out.
Oh no, it's not. You should said it was a tablet.
No, it's a tablet, and I guess she's got software on there to keep track. And and then she ticks you off when you leave. She takes you off the list. And interesting place. It was pretty empty. Just old people in our masks.
Well, you were contributing to those numbers, obviously.
Yeah, excellent. But this mouse, I can control it. It'll like just go around, or it blinks, or it flashes, does different patterns, different colors. I had that's my old mouse. Deck Train was a rechargeable. I went corded this time because the rechargeables have a habit, at least for me, of dying right at the wrong time, like when you're shooting zombies or something. You know? Like,
feel your pain, sir. Feel your pain.
So
I always go for wired.
And it's freaking huge. It's like twice as big as my old mouse. It's a huge thing. Have you seen those ergonomic mouses they've got out now?
Yeah, they've got like a million holes in them. They're really odd.
They're sideways.
So, well, I've seen mice,
Uh-huh.
electrical components that you use for a computer. I've seen ones where they look like they're basically made out of rubber.
Yeah. I've seen those too, but there's these new ones, or at least new to me. I hadn't seen them. They're sideways, and they're called ergonomic, so that instead of laying your hand flat over the mouse, you would turn it to the side.
Mm.
And it's got all the buttons and everything like that, and you pull it back and forth. It's just really odd looking. It looks really strange.
I don't want it. Make it go away.
Yeah, it's very strange. I almost got one just to try it, but
how much were they?
About the same as this one, maybe a little, about $30, about $10 more.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really weird. Just imagine turning your mouse on its side and then adding a different flat platform on the bottom underneath it. And that's how you would use it. It's like using a mouse that turns on its side. It's just really strange looking.
I don't want one. I don't want to imagine it. The world's gone to hell in a handbasket.
I'm telling you. What's the world coming to? Our mice ain't even safe anymore.
No, they're not. It's these goddamn millennials, man. I'm telling you.
Is that what?
Yeah, it is. It's the millennials, 100%. Blame them.
And I'm doing okay, Mickey. I did see your post. It just was.
In fact, Mickey's not a millennial. She's one of those Zoomers.
Yeah,
but you should blame her.
I don't think she likes it when we tell her that, but the facts are facts. She's a youngin.
Yeah, she's a baby. she's tiny.
Yeah.
She's a little yellow polka dot bikini person. She's tiny. Have you seen her? She's midget.
Hey, Pat. How you doing?
Hi, Pat. I'm fairly sure you could put Mickey in your pocket.
You think so? A pocket Mickey.
Pocket Mickey. We could make money off that. Capitalism, baby.
Banzla says, I have an RGB mouse that can be used as wired or wireless. I mostly use as wired. Yeah. I mean, the wireless was handy I got it when I got my laptop. So it was handy for the laptop. Really handy, you know?
Yeah.
But it just really, it never failed. The batteries never just died when I wasn't doing anything, ever. It always died when I was in the middle of something. I'm like, this is inconvenient. So I went ahead and went corded. And
yes, that's what you should do.
But it's huge. It's freaking, I can't get over how big it is.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that all the time. It's freaking huge. I can't get over how big that is.
You know what, Bloodwing? In 7 Days to Die, I'm sorry to go off topic here, but doing the electrics in this game is it's antagonizing.
It's always been kind of wonky. You're talking about like bringing a wire from one thing to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always been a little wonky in that game.
Doesn't make sense. Like you have to do it all in, like you have to do it from A to B. You can't go from like B to A and then have A to
and then it's always been when you think you got everything wired up right, then you know 2 of your traps don't work and you got to figure out why. Like, what the heck?
So why aren't you working? Shitbag. I've got, and I keep like not making enough things. Like I think I'm done, I'm ready, and then it's like, oh no, wait a minute, I've got to make switches too, and then I've got to make a relay. It's like, oh come on, man. Wires in real life like can go further than that. I have a 25 meter Ethernet cable. Ethernet. I never know how to pronounce that word, but is it Ethernet?
Americans say Ethernet.
Yeah, I have a 25. You know, you think This 7 Days to Die is in America, so
yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be in Arizona, I believe.
Yeah. Also, we got Tara into Neebs Gaming and specifically the 7 Days to Die series.
Oh, I love Neebs. I've been trying to catch. I'm way behind because of working and doing other things. I just hadn't watched. I'm like 10 videos behind.
Yeah,
because I watch all their videos, even their podcasts. I watch them all.
I like the podcast in particular.
Did you, speaking of that and steaks, did you see Thick 44's steak video?
I didn't watch it, but I know that it's there.
It's funny. It is funny because he's like, why do we have a steak video on a gaming channel? I don't know, but here you are.
Well, you know what he's like. Thick's a bit of an odd one, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got. I feel like he's gotten. He's similar to Simon in that they both had to improve various aspects of their own personalities in order to fit the channel.
Well, he's good in front of the camera because he is an ex-actor.
Well, yes, yeah.
He's played in TV shows and stuff like that. And,
but he likes his like hardcore games.
Yeah.
Which is, whatever. And I know he doesn't like playing cutesy poo games, and Neebs likes the cutesy poo games, things like Minecraft.
That's a fact.
And he doesn't like doing which I find odd because he is an actor, but he's not a big fan of doing the acting aspect. He's always the first to break the fourth wall, for example, especially in 7 days. But it's good to see him, kind of getting more into it, and it's been great to see Simon actually learning.
Yeah, and Simon's got a house flipper video out there too that I just watched yesterday.
Yeah. Brand spankers.
But yeah, give that steak video a watch. It's worth it, and it's actually a pretty good recipe for steak. My tummy was rumbling after I got through watching it. Like, I want it. Gibbs.
When the COVID stuff is over, are you going to go watch one of their live shows?
I would love to, but I doubt very seriously I would be able to get up the money because I'd have to travel to the Carolinas. And
well, did they not say that they were going to travel?
I don't know. I don't know. If they come here locally, why would anybody come to Indy? But if they come here locally, sure. I would love to go.
Because I remember the Hodge twins. I think they're around the same channel size, weren't they? They went on like a countrywide tour, and they even came to the UK as well.
Yeah.
So I don't see why not. How many subscribers are they at now?
Who, Neebs?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know. Hold on.
In the millions.
I'll have to open up my subscriptions and tell you.
Apparently, people weren't particularly fond of their scrap mechanic video.
Yeah, I haven't. I've seen that video. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't watched it yet.
Apparently, the transitions weren't very good.
Yeah, they're nearly at 2 million. They're at 1.96 million.
I'd love for them to come to the UK.
Yeah,
I'd go watch them. I don't care what if they just sat down and just basically did like the equivalent to the blue collar comedy tour stuff, where they just sit on some.
I just want to trade barbs with Absro. I just want to trade insults with Absro. That would make me happy.
You'd probably do it.
Oh, I'm sure.
You'd have to take your walking stick and really lay it on thick as well. So that they notice you and then they come over to talk to you.
Yeah.
You have to lay it on really thick. Speaking of laying on thick, I now have crutches.
Oh?
Yes. I was speaking to my mum about the walking stick, and the walking stick does cause me a bit of aggro because of weight distribution. But I now have a set of crutches to get around on. So now I'm officially, more officially a cripple.
Yeah.
Than before.
Well,
Yes.
that should get you some sympathy points with people.
Nah, mate, the walking stick didn't get me any sympathy points. I
Well,
mean,
the crutches are different, though. People
maybe.
will do everything for you if they see you on crutches.
I honestly, mate, I wouldn't put it past someone to try and push me over. Randy, to be honest.
Word of caution, and you probably already know this: do not put too much weight on your armpits on the crutch.
No, these ones go around your forearms, sir.
I get those type. Okay,
Yeah,
if they were the regular type, because I learned the hard way. I had seriously injured my foot many years ago when I worked at FedEx.
Yeah.
And I had went in to get my check from FedEx, and I had the wife and kids with me, parked right in front of the door, and I went in and stood out and smoked a cigarette, talked to my manager for a while, just shot the crap, and went to come out. I had been putting too much weight on my armpits and promptly passed out, blap, onto the pavement.
Oh, no.
You will. It cuts off because your main arteries run right through your armpits. And it'll cut off the blood, so you will pass out.
Well, don't stop it.
Yeah, I think it was J Kid or one of my kids. I think it was J Kid was watching me, and all of a sudden he goes, "Where'd Dad go?" Dad's passed out on the pavement.
Down.
Busted my glasses, face planted onto the sidewalk, everything. It was not funny at the time, but it's funny as I look back on it.
Oh yeah, that's what you have to do, isn't it?
Yeah. I would have never thought, but I learned the hard way.
Yeah. I would be devastated. I'd be more devastated about my glasses being smashed.
I was. Glasses aren't cheap.
No, they're not. Even like the so-called cheapo ones that you can get.
Yeah.
Because in the UK, like if you're on, it is welfare, but it's not welfare. It's like in work welfare. Like so like if a lot of the UK is it like it works, they have jobs, but it's in work poverty, like because that's how bad it is over here. So the government came up with something that we call working and child tax credits. If you get those, then you get like you get free. Well, it's not a free prescription, but you can get the cheapest, shittiest glasses that they have available on the cheap, basically.
Well, fortunately, my wife has pretty good vision insurance, and they cover a lot because we just recently, a couple of months ago, got new glasses, her and I.
Yeah,
and they covered a big chunk of it. And in fact, the other day they sent us a check for $90 in the mail.
Oh, nice.
They overpaid, so yeah, that's always nice.
That is, yeah.
But
a few extra dib jobs.
Our glasses are very expensive. Between her and hers is actually a little more expensive than I, because she's had eye problems her whole life. She was actually born cross-eyed.
Oh, okay.
And had surgery to correct it, but her glasses have to be corrective. In other words, I don't know how this works, but if she doesn't wear her glasses for a period, her eyes will start to cross again.
Oh.
So there's something about her glasses that keep them uncrossed.
She could play some serious jokes on people with that.
Yeah. And she has, like those optical effects where you see 3D, like if you look through one eye or whatever. She can't do that because she sees through each eye separately rather than together. It's odd, very odd.
That is odd.
But and of course I wear trifocals, and those aren't cheap. And of course we rather than buying a separate pair for sunglasses, we always get the sun sensors, that turn dark on their own out in the sun, and the anti-glare for the night vision. And
I could do with anti-glare, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, we had a choice. They can't do both. You can either do the anti-glare, which helps with your night blindness, or the anti-glare for the computer. And I was tempted to go with the computer, but I am so terribly night blind that I said, better go for that.
Is that like my problem is, I mean, all right, like a daytime glare and stuff is an annoying thing, but My problem is, since the MS has decided to attack me, is that when I step out into darkness, that's when my body goes wibbly wobbly splat. So like, I don't know if there is something that they can do for that so I can drive at night again or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
You attach a light box to my head so it's always daytime for me.
Yeah. And they work well, and they've come out with a new sun sensor, which is really fast. And I've been getting sun sensors for years, that turn dark on their own out in the sun. But one kick I had against them is they won't turn dark in the car, which is when you really need them.
Yes. Yeah.
And these will turn dark in the car, and they turn dark really quick. They're not real quick going the other way, going from dark back to light. So when you walk back in from outside, it's pretty dark.
I wouldn't be a big fan of that.
It's better than having to switch glasses every time you want to go outside.
Well, I suppose so, yeah.
And you get used to it. I did have one thing that I wanted to bring up for discussion.
Okay, go on. Hit me.
And we can just all it's not like an article or anything, but Chaos. We all know Chaos Eve, a friend of the channel, sometimes shows up out in the chat. Sent me a tweet earlier today. It actually tagged me and Randy Monkey. Randy Monkey hasn't replied to it. He's probably sleeping.
Yes.
But it's somebody that retweeted a Facebook post, and they said, "Were they raised in a barn?" And here's the post. I'll read it real quick so everybody's up to speed. My male, in parentheses, partner and I woke up at the same time in the middle of the night and both had to use the bathroom. Instead of waiting for me to go, it literally took me 2 minutes. I call BS, and I'll explain why in a minute. He peed in my kitchen sink. He's in his 30s. It's my place, and he was just staying over. Is this disgusting and unacceptable, or not that big a deal? And then it's followed by edit. Wow, I did not expect this to blow up. I'm trying to get to all of you, but there's so many to answer some common questions. I live in a high-rise building, so I actually don't have a garden or yard he could have gone in. He tried to lie to me about it after, which I'm not sure makes it better or worse. Yes, he did clean it, but only because I called him on it and made him sanitize the sink. He slept on the couch afterwards, his choice. Yeah, and I'll talk about that in a minute. And then left for work, and I haven't talked to him since. But I did just text him and tell him that I feel like he was very disrespectful of myself and my apartment. No response yet.
Alrighty.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead. Let's see if I can share screen so the people out there can follow along. That can cause Windows 10 is pretty rare, but if it happens, you may want to use Firefox. Well, we'll give it a shot. Chrome tab.
These are thinking noises, people. Enjoy them.
Yes, it is. It's giving me too many options. Too many options. Okay.
Limit Bloodwing.
All right. There's the Facebook, the actual Facebook post that is in discussion there. We can all see that, I think, right?
Yeah, we can all see that, mate.
All right. So, first of all, I call BS. And we can discuss this banner around you. I call BS because I'm assuming this is a female by the way they're talking. They said it literally took me less than 2 minutes. Now, as a man that's been married for 38 years and raised 2 daughters and have 7 granddaughters, I've never seen a girl go in the bathroom and be out in less than 2 minutes. Not going to happen.
Especially in the middle of the night, man, because there's something about just like your insides just don't work properly when you first wake up. You're there for a little bit, it takes a while to get that flow going, unless you're bursting.
Yeah. Now, there's so much information in this that we don't have. Like, first of all, if I have to pee bad enough that it wakes me up in the middle of the night, I got to go. And I got to go now. You know what I mean? And so is this a matter of he either went in the sink or he peed himself? And she already said she didn't have a yard or anything she go in because she's in a high-rise building. So what other choice did he have?
How do we know? Do we have any idea of the age range?
He said 30.
But
he's in his 30s.
Well, presumably he's got nothing wrong downstairs with him. It probably is unacceptable. Even if she was having a big girly dump, he should have held that shit in. Well,
there comes a point where you just can't. It's either go or wet yourself.
In that case, you bust open the door, you tell her to open her legs, and you urinate between her thighs.
But if it's a matter of, hey, you had to go or you're going to wet yourself, yeah, I'm going to pee in the sink.
Well, just run in there and you're piss in the bath or the shower and just wash it out after. There you go. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Sorted.
The next thing I call BS on is he's sleeping on the couch, his choice. Sweetie, he's sleeping on the couch so he don't have to hear your mouth.
If it was truly his choice, which I don't believe that, because men don't sleep on the couch willingly, because we like to be in beds. That's where we're most comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably avoiding you gobbing.
Yeah. Yeah, as evidence that you were probably giving him because you're sending him a text telling him how disrespectful and everything was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably didn't stop either.
Now, we just don't have enough information here.
Agree.
But if it were a matter of he had to go or wet himself, then I can't fault him too bad for going in the sink as long as he washed it out after.
Yeah, but as long as he washed it out, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. 2 minutes, nah, ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna tell me this woman it took less than 2 minutes to pee. No.
Yeah, methinks she didn't measure time correctly.
I'm not. And 2 minutes can be an eternity when you got to really go.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I'm calling BS on that because I've been married 38 years. I've raised 2 daughters. I've got 7 granddaughters. I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was going for a lady poo, and he was like, "Oh my God, can you hurry up, Karen?" And she was like, "I'm going as fast as I can, Darren." And yeah, and I know that the pain. I know the pain.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm the guy whose son, J-Kid, once crapped in my sink.
Oh,
wait. So, yeah. Yeah, generally men do pee faster. Now, that's not true for me anymore. Someone asked earlier, and I did see it. I just didn't comment. How long before the stream did I pee? I tried to go immediately before the stream, before we started. What happens to me these days because of my prostate? I feel like I really got to go, then I get in there and can't. It is so frustrating. Like, mate.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, probably an hour before the stream, and I've probably had about 4 cups of coffee since. So yeah, I'll probably not make the whole stream, but exactly when, who knows? But I thought that was interesting when Chaos linked me, and she didn't make any kind of comment or anything. Just linked me and Monkey in it.
I imagine she just wanted to hear the discussion.
Yeah, and I said back, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Could have been worse. He could have done it out the window.
Well, yeah, on
From a
the people's
high-rise.
heads. What did she expect him to do? She already said she lived in a high rise, no garden, no nothing else to go in. So what's he going to do? Go in the trash can? Or, he's got to find somewhere to go. If it's a case, and often as not, at least in my experience, if it's enough to wake you up in the middle of the night, it's a have-to case. You got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's always a really big one as well. A big wee.
See you, Mickey.
I mean, he could have used the cup, but then, it might have turned out that was like, her favorite cup that her dead mother gave to her,
I mean, if there was a pop bottle or something around, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've done that. I have absolutely done that. When my wife gets in there and won't get out and I've got to go. Find me an empty 2-liter and
yeah.
Oh, heck, I've ran outside and went.
Yeah, I've had to do it outside as well.
Yeah.
I had to go out the back and do it for privacy, obviously, but
I would rather imagine for most men, going in the sink is going to be a last.
How low was that sink?
I don't know. Maybe he got up on the edge and got on his knees. I don't know.
That sounds awkward, if anything.
Yeah, because I don't think it would be close. My sink would be close. It hits me about the waist, so just a little bit too high for me to reach it by.
And like tiptoeing, like you can't go tinkle if you're uncomfortable. If you're not comfortable, then it's just not happening. So, yeah.
But is it disgusting? Yeah, sure it is. But we don't know. Maybe it was a have-to case.
I guarantee it was busting.
Yeah.
But same question applies. What if he needed a poo?
Oh.
Sometimes, like we've all been there, where you need a poo so bad that you're sweating.
Oh,
yeah.
Happened to me the other day at work.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you
go. When you're the only person there and you got customers, you can't just say, "Excuse me, I have to go poop."
Excuse me, I need to go for a big sweaty shit.
Yeah.
Excuse me, madam, but the reason why I'm sweating so profusely right now is because I'm turtling.
Yeah. So you're like, you're secretly got your hand back there holding it in, just waiting for the lobby to clear.
Although I get the feeling that a lot of older people in Walmart, like as you said, would probably be a bit more understanding.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, go on then." Yeah. They'll probably end up screwing you over, trying to tell you their own story about how they shit themselves the other day.
Yeah. Well, without going into too much detail, it does. I'm at an age that it does happen from time to time. Not often, but on occasion. When you put it off just a minute too long, you might get a shart in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my poor wife has diverticulitis, and the medications that she takes makes it very dangerous for her to pass gas.
You know what? Right? The reason why I started giggling there isn't because of that. Yeah. It's because I thought, like you were going to say, "Oh, my poor wife has had to clean my ass several times," and I was about to start laughing at that.
Yeah. No.
Shouldn't be ashamed though. This kind of thing happens to everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
don't try and act like it don't. People in the chat, I hear you judging.
Yeah, it's
something to be embarrassed about.
It does. I mean, like I said, once upon a time. Now, this is many, many years ago. Jake took a crap in my sink. I was in the bathroom taking a dump, and he starts pounding on the door. I gotta go. Just okay. I'm hurrying. And by the time I got out, he was already taking a dump into the garbage disposal.
Oh boy! Oh no! Because we don't do the garbage disposal thing.
Yeah,
over here, like you the sink blender, basically.
Yeah.
I'm being interrupted. Hello? Can I come in? Well, yeah, come in. Sorry, I don't have the camera on, so that's fine. Hello, my son. You gonna say hello to Bloodwing?
Oh, Bloodwing.
Hey, Alfie.
He said, "Hey, Alfie. What can I do you for, young man? Because I have let you stay up an extra hour, and really, you should be going for wind down time now."
No, not that.
Well, no, not that. Don't remind yourself, Dad, about sending me to bed.
Wait. Last week, Tara came to my house.
Did.
Yeah. Nobody's business, boy. Yeah. What are you doing here?
Just want to ask you that. Can I shut the living room door, please?
You can go to bed now because it's wind down time now. All right. I've let you stay up an extra hour. In fact, I've let you stay up an extra little bit more than that, actually. But no, you can turn the laptop off now. Tell your brother to come downstairs, and you can go watch a DVD in bed. It's wind down time. Thank you. Shit.
Got to stomp his way back to the door.
Of course. He has to make as much noise as possible in everything that he does.
Mm-hmm. Kids are kids, man. Kids
yes, they are. Little bundles of boo and annoyance.
Yeah. Well, I've always said that kids can be, they're a conundrum because they can, at one moment, be the greatest pleasure of your life, right? Mm-hmm. And then the next minute, be the biggest aggravation.
Yes. More often than not, he's the latter. He's a boy, isn't he? I expect it. I expect it from boys.
Hey, Cynical. Glad to hear you got your internet fixed up.
Hey, happy days.
Yeah, mine's been having fits over here too every now and again. It's frustrating.
My internet's been it's been a bit mucked up. Well, the upload speed keeps going to crap every so often.
That reminds me, how's the new rig?
Oh, yeah, the new PC?
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance yet to fully stretch its legs.
To put it to the test?
I suppose the closest thing I've come to, and this is the CPU, not the GPU, was rendering the 1 hour and 20-minute documentary video yesterday after it failed multiple times on the previous PC.
Right.
Which in the end, I found out it had nothing to do with the hardware. It was the software that was the issue. There must have been a file in there that was incompatible with the render type I was trying to do, but it's a lot far. I try not to render videos on the CPU. I try to do it on the graphics card much faster. But on the CPU, it was actually pretty decent.
Cool.
But I've not had the opportunity to fully stretch its legs.
And it handled 7 days to die. Okay.
I was
concerned about that because of the Ryzen chip.
Well, that was also one of my concerns because I heard about it, the issues that Luna was having, and I was like, oh wait a minute, mine's a Ryzen. It's my first ever Ryzen. But no, it's playing. It's perfectly fine. I still get lag and stuff, but at the end of the day, that's not my PC. The game, as we all know, is not fully 100% optimized, and when we play, we often play with other people, so that usually plays a big factor into it. So
you can play a single player game fairly lag free, but when you get in with other people, you're going to get lag at times.
Yeah, of course. So I mean, I'm gonna install a game that I feel would be conducive to testing.
Well, if it's still bundled with their software, like I told you before, they've got a really good video recorder with the Ryzen software. And very easy to use.
As well.
It's just a button use. When you're ready to record, you hit R. When you're done, you hit R.
Yeah, I think the NVIDIA GeForce experience, I think it's the same kind of getup, but I don't know how good it is in comparison to the I imagine the Ryzen one is probably better, but I don't know.
In my experience, the Ryzen software was much more user friendly and much smoother than because now I'm on the NVIDIA. And, I liked it much better than the NVIDIA. I did.
Yeah,
much better.
I'll have to speak to you afterwards about that software.
Yeah,
I do have some ideas for some videos for the gaming channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah. Nothing grand, you know. I'm not expecting them to do well in the slightest. You know, but I'd have some fun, record a couple things maybe. Because something happened last night when we were playing 7 days together that I really wish we had recorded. It was myself, Nade, Miki, and J-Kid. And we went to that trailer park in the desert.
Yeah.
And I was inside a house and I was in the kitchen. I was by a window. And, you know, they've got those really narrow windows.
Yeah.
Well, I had a really thin view, but all I seen is Miki sprint past the window being chased by a feral nurse. And I don't know, man. I guess it just looked funnier because like Miki's avatar is tiny.
And dark.
Very, very dark skinned. I don't know why she chose that particular character.
It's not dark skinned. She's a black hole.
She's very, very dark, isn't she?
Yeah.
Very. Absorbs the bloody light, but yeah, it just looked hilarious. She looked like she was being chased by a giant feral nurse. It's bizarre to see, but I wish I'd caught it.
Well, those narrow windows are true to form because I've actually been in trailers like that. The chrome slipstream type. That's what they call them, slipstream trailers. And they do have very narrow windows.
That's why it tickles me so much. It was a good playthrough last night. Are you going to play with us tonight after my Twitch stream?
I was planning on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna play after my Twitch stream.
Yeah,
we have to take full advantage, mate, because Alpha 19's around the corner.
See how they do me. See how they do me, folks. They play when I have to work.
I turn back time.
If I could turn back time,
I can find a way. Yeah, I turn back time to ensure that you don't miss out.
Yeah, I know.
Then you know that way you don't get dicked too hard either, because you know, as you know, the hordes get stronger and stronger and stronger.
Of course, just as I get caught up with you guys level wise, then you go level way ahead of me. And nothing I can do about it because I got to work, and there's just no way. I'm just too tired and too sore to play when I get home from work.
That's fair, mate.
If I'd have tried to play last night, and I did see you on, and if I'd have tried to play last night, I would have just fell asleep down there in the basement. Maybe ammo, I'd have fell asleep. You're like, I haven't heard. Blowing, you there? You there?
I decorated the basement. I've never painted in the game before.
You decorated it. Please tell me it's manly. Not painted anything, is it?
Hold on a minute. How did I decorate it? Let me have a look. Let me see. I'm actually playing it right now. I'm running up into the basement. All right, so the floors are a very shiny black marble. It actually looks like a genuine like slip hazard. And the walls are red brick. And the ceiling is the darkest wood that I could get. So, Erdy.
Yes, all you need. We have a basement. That's where we have all our crafting, the forges, and we have like 3 forges, unless they built more, and 4 cement mixers, 2 workbenches, and a chemistry station, and We got the works.
Oh yeah, I might actually make another forge because I've got 3 going right now. I've got what? No, I've actually got 5 cement mixers, 2 workbenches. I've made 3 bridges as well, drawbridges.
Yeah. Well, I said the other day. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate it. I said the other day it wouldn't hurt us to get a forge going just for working ammo. Because when we're fixing or upgrading the tower, we get in each other's way.
We do.
Yeah, because some of that stuff just takes forever and a day to make.
The cement drives me mad. It really does. Drives me up the frigging wall. But you know that's my responsibility that I chose.
Yeah, it's that chemistry station that holds me up more than anything. God, it's slow.
Oh yeah. In fact, I'll tell you, because I've not long done this whilst we've been live streaming. I've put on 5 stacks of 1,000 gunpowder, 100 minutes, real time, and I put on 6 stacks of fuel, which is 10,000 gasoline per stack, 48 minutes.
Have you made another motorcycle yet? For
I need to still do that. But as you know, we had the 4x4. J-Kid loves his mini bike.
Oh yeah, and I love the motorcycle, and we need at least one more vehicle, even if it's a bicycle, because Mickey doesn't. If we've got,
can't be trusted with anything.
Make her a bicycle.
No, I don't want to know. I can't. We can't even trust her with one of those. We can't.
It's not like I'm saying make a copter, you know, which I'd really want to try the copter. I've never flown one, but
you don't, mate. I've flown one. They're rubbish. That would mean me putting another point into that advanced engineering. I mean, oh no, wait, I've already got all of them. I can make the gyrocopter if I wanted to. Yeah. No, I can't. It's Grease Monkey, isn't it? I'm not. I could buy it right now, but I'm not gonna.
Well, at least give her a bicycle, because she's. If we're all going somewhere like we did the other night when we went to the food place, there's not enough room for Mickey, because I can get on the bike, on the motorcycle, JK gets on the mini bike, you get in the Jeep, and Nate gets in with you, and that leaves Mickey out in the cold.
Oh, I will make another motorbike.
Yeah.
I'm making.
If you make another motorcycle for Nate, then Mickey can ride with you, and that should be safe. Unless she
rode with me last night.
Out.
Mate, her avatar is so short, she looks like a child in the front seat.
Get her a booster seat.
If only you could. If only you could. But it was. I don't want her to be like my responsibility. She fucks around, man. Like she goes. We went to her house in the burnout zone to do a little quick stop off, and she takes the bloody piss, man. I'm like honking at her, like, get a move on.
Well, there you go. Nate's got to make instead of making her make her a 4x4, and she can be responsible for Mickey.
I'm not wasting that amount of resources on Mickey. It's not happening. No freaking way is that happening.
I don't know. I just like the motorcycle. Besides, it fits my character. I mean, honestly, you've seen my character with the long gray beard, the scrawny, and the cigar. And I need some sunglasses. I've got glasses, but I need sunglasses. That would complete the look. And the cowboy hat. I just look at home on that motorcycle.
You would. Yeah. I'm gonna make you a motorcycle right now, as we speak. How does that grab you? Sure.
But me or Nade?
Well, no, you.
Oh, okay.
Nade's already stolen yours.
I figured.
Mechanical parts, duct tape, leather, electrical parts. Right. Okay.
Yeah. You know, every time I jump on that thing, I just hear Steppenwolf singing, "Get your motor running."
Oh God.
Get out on the highway.
Are you all right, mate?
No.
No.
Born to be wild.
God.
No.
Can someone come collect the old man, please?
I'm not, and
You're not all right.
no.
You're dying.
Yeah, no, I'm not dead yet.
Not yet.
I'm not dead yet. No, but I do feel sometimes, to be on perfectly, I feel a little worthless in the game sometimes because I'm slow. I die a lot. I die easily. I don't hear so good, so I don't hear him creeping up behind me.
You need to get your like an old school hearing aid.
Something.
Trumpet in your ear.
Something. I used to be so good at games. I really did. And it's not that I'm terrible now. I guess I'm not bad for a 60-year-old guy. But I don't want to be the 60-year-old guy. I want to be good like I used to be.
Well, I'm sorry, mate, but tough titty.
Yeah,
You're old.
I guess. Doggone it.
Yeah, it's the right though.
Age thing anyway.
That's why games like House Flipper exist.
You are relegated now to House Flipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like well, when I last played, if you remember, went out and then me and J-Kid were looting, and I knew I was going to die. I knew it, but I went out anyway because I was sick of being stuck in that basement for a while.
No, I do it, mate. Like I get sick of mucking around.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make Miki a bicycle.
There you go.
I mean, she looks like a child.
Give her the bicycle, and it doesn't use stamina, Mickey, unless you sprint on it.
There you go. Literally 20 seconds until her bike is made.
Or at least that's the way it used to work. I haven't used it on this build yet.
What you want to drink, Baba? Huh? Okay. Uno momento, please.
Okay. Only thing is, Mickey, they do tear up easy, so don't run over bricks and garbage bags and stuff on it because it'll damage the bike. But you can make it jump. Bunny hop. You can bunny hop the bicycle when you hit the jump key. You can have fun. You'll try. Yeah. Just bring some repair kits with you and you can fix it up. And Nate, I did see you. You've already took over my motorcycle. I get the new one. Come on, hands off. Let me have something.
Love you too, Baba. Bye. Good night.
7 days.
To be wild.
There you go. 7 days to retire. Oh gosh, I wish Faithless.
7 days to retire. That's amazing.
I've only got 5 more years to retirement, and I can't wait. I can't.
Are we gonna have a Simpsons moment when you?
Well, and my manager is just a couple of years younger than me, and we have this discussion. He can't wait either, and it's not laziness. I'm tired. I'm over it. I'm over the working thing. People, I started making my first paycheck where they actually take taxes and stuff out in 1976. I've been working for money under the table since probably 1968. I'm over it. I am freaking over it.
You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Yeah, I want to retire.
Oh, that's fair, mate.
If I can retire, then that'll get the old lady off my back because, I'm retired. I don't have to work now. So. But yeah, can't wait.
Bless you, sir.
Alex deafened me.
What?
Mickey said you deafened her when you come back singing.
Oh, no one cares about your hearing, Mickey.
You want deafened? Sit in that Discord chat sometimes when all you women get to going like a gaggle of geese.
Oh, it's a nightmare with them lot.
And they're terrible. They're awful, talking about men's penises and all that stuff. Oh my gosh.
I nearly left last night.
Turns my ears red.
And I nearly left. I think about that for just a minute.
Yeah. And yes, you can make it. Well, it's a gyrocopter, Devil Fruit Zero.
Shitcopter is what it is.
I think it's just a single seater. Isn't that all you can fit in it? Yeah.
Fish as well. Yeah. It's an abomination.
Women, you think men? You know, I know you women think that all men we just get together and talk about buoys and all that stuff and porn and all that. You women got us beat hands down. It's awful. It's terrible.
Yeah. The filthy bitches.
Nasty bunch. I tell you what.
Yeah. Dirt bags, all of them.
Yeah.
Dirt bags.
Zombie Teddy, I could retire now, but I would have to take a lesser monthly amount. So I am trying to hold out till 65. I think it's 65 and a half.
Stays hoping you die along the way. And
I can get the full amount of everything that's owed to me because I've paid into that Social Security my entire working life. Dadgum if I'm not getting it all back. You know.
Get it back, sir. Get it back. Yeah. They owe ya.
And yes, Devil Fruit Zero, that is the word that 19 is soon. I don't know how soon, but you know how it goes with that company, though. We kept hearing 18 was coming soon. 18 was coming soon for a year, it seemed like.
Until 19's around the corner. You know, all the streamers have been streaming it.
Yeah.
Yep. You wanted glass, didn't you?
Wonder if Neebs will switch over to it. Having said that, though, an hour and 3 minutes is how long the old man made it because I got to go to the bathroom. I shall return.
I can't even see the chat.
Well, I'm sorry. You'll just have to deal.
Oh, God.
Go. We're going to have a mess in my chair.
I'm not bothered about your chair, sir.
Well, I am. So.
Well, yeah, I know you are. I'm not. I'm not the one who has to sit in it. Right, I'll open up the stream. There we go. Right, you go enjoy your tinkle.
You open up the stream while I go open up a stream. How's that?
Yeah, stream. Yeah, use the sync. Well done, though, you need. Well played. I have a Pepsi. At this point, we basically need to get Bloodwing. A streaming catheter. Hashtag StreamTube. A StreamTube for Bloodwing. So, Cynical Lindsay, I don't believe you. Let's have a look at this chat then. Alpha 19 will be out there soon because all the chosen streamers that Hello Games, the Fun Pimps have chosen are already out there. So I mean, it's actually being released on the 26th of June, I think. Of course, we'll have a few iterations of that. What I find amusing about that is they were talking about Alpha 20 before, and apparently that sounds a lot better. I haven't watched that though, so yeah. And Miki, guess what? I've made your bicycle. It's yellow. I believe these things come with horns, so you can stop bloody whinging now. And I need to make a motorcycle for the old man, where I have both the main pieces. Oh, no, wait. No, I have the wheels. I just need the engine and the battery, and I believe I already have those. There we go. And then I can put his motorcycle on. Craft. There we go. His bike is now under construction. Miki has her push bike. I'm making all the rounds as well, you know. There you go. Yeah, there you go. You got your horn too. So you'll be able to do that as well. Lucky you. See, look, I'm how nice am I? Right? I've made you a push bike, and him a motorcycle, like a mean motorcycle as well. A mean motorcycle.
That motorcycle.
It's making now, sir.
I love the way it sounds. And I love the fact that when you go over like bumps in the road, it gets airborne.
Yeah.
I love it.
I have me 4x4, so.
Yeah. Haven't drove one of them yet. I might have to give it a test drive just to see how it handles.
You mean request if you can drive my 4x4. You don't see me driving your motorcycle around. It's mine, sir.
Mobility scooter. I wish if they put a mobility scooter in this game, I would so drive one. Absolutely, I would.
Mickey, the point of me making you the bike was so that you could stop riding in the 4x4 with me. Okay. Because I'm sick of you moaning at me for leaving you behind. You take too goddamn long.
Mickey, the bike, believe it or not, if you boost it by hitting shift, now that uses your stamina, but during the boost, you're every bit as fast as the mini bike is unboosted.
I think it's actually faster.
It might be.
I think it might be, mate. I need to make dart traps.
And you can bunny hop the bike. I mean, come on. What more do you want?
But you can also technically bunny hop the motorcycle.
I haven't tried it. I have not tried it.
Technically speaking, it's not really a bunny hop as such. You can make it so that it, lifts up.
Papa Willie?
Kinda.
That would be cool. Now, that would be totally cool.
You can do that. It's just, it's not like a proper wheelie.
Yeah.
Wheelie.
Yeah, that would be totally cool if you could just pop a wheelie and ride it. It's a mean-looking machine anyway with all the spikes and everything on it.
Yes, it is. Mean machine. Wow. Yeah, right. Your bike is being made, old man, so you can stop bloody whinging at me about it.
I will.
Good.
I'll stop, and I'll thank you.
I've also made I need more material. There, your motorcycle is made. Right, there we go. Your push bike, Miki's push bike, and I'm going to put it in my box, underneath the "It's Learning Time with Alex" box, in the hall.
Okay.
And you can go collect it from there.
I got it.
So there you go.
First thing I got to do when I log in is spend my points. I still haven't spent my points from Horde Night.
You got like a gazillion of them, didn't you?
I got 9 levels, I think 9 or 10. Not really Devil Fruit Zero. It is being streamed in a sense in the Discord. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know.
I was thinking about streaming it to Lexi-chan. But at the same time, it's also our little private
but if
space.
you do that, I got to behave.
I know. And it means that the women would have to behave as well.
Well, J-Kid and I would have to be not racist.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of racism that goes on in the Discord with Miki. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I might just record it, and then if anything funny happens, just turn that into a video.
Satu used to fuss at me all the time when I played with them guys. He says, I am trying to monetize this channel, Oh, sorry. Hey,
it's character building.
Mm-hmm.
Character building racism.
Then after I spend my points, then I got to go into my options and make sure my mouse buttons are set up. It should still work with what I got set up because the buttons on this are exactly the same as the other one I had. So it should still be set up, but I got to go check it.
Oh, the bloody build queue for this is full. I don't want to make another friggin' fire pit. Our heat map is big enough.
I can't imagine what our heat map. I wish there was some way you could actually see the heat map.
Yeah, I would like to be able to see it.
Because it would have to be bright red for like a quarter mile.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because I have the debug tool up right now, and it doesn't appear to be any kind of options.
Yeah.
To see that.
The amount of screamers we get, like we get what, 3 or 4 screamers a day, in-game day.
Yeah.
So that tells you right there, it's a pretty
massive. That you know about me.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, like J-Kid and Jade are always running around.
Yeah. Well, I hear them even down there in the basement. I hear the shots.
Right. That's how much murky water could I make? Oh, right. Yeah, that's the stove back on. I've been stuck in the basement the majority of my little, let's play.
And like I told you before the stream started, I do not mind doing that. Me, I like crafting and all that stuff. I like the crafting aspect, but sometimes you just got to get out and see the sunshine.
Oh yeah. Speaking of crafting, I saw that game Empyrean. Space game. Apparently, I was reading the reviews for it, and apparently it's very similar to 7 Days. It's on sale, so I picked it up for £5. I've got to give that a go at some point.
Yeah.
Got to give that a go. Necro. She's a snow Mexican. Why? She's being racist to herself now.
Yeah.
That's just rude, if anything.
Yeah. Build the wall.
You know what? I'm going to build another friggin' stove. I don't have any stone, though. Let me see.
What I love is you run across the Canadians that get upset because, well, I'm American too. I'm an American too. I live in America.
Canadians aren't American. They're North American, but they're not American.
Exactly. Yeah, they are North American, but you will run across them every once in a while. Well, I'm an American too. I live in America. Yeah, you live in North America. You are a North American, but daggum good and well, when somebody says American, they mean a U.S. citizen.
Yes. So sit down, Mapleback. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna stick it down there. That means I also now need a friggin' cooking pot. I scrap most of those. I might have to make one.
Why would anybody confuse you for an American? You guys say things funny, like a boot.
A boot, the moose, beavers, and those kind of words. We usually say the opposite. We hate being called American.
Well, maybe
that's
right
not,
there
that's not what you were saying.
I have run across to Mickey. Swear to God.
No, Miki tells me how much she wants to be a U.S. citizen like every day.
Yeah. Of course. We're the best place in the world. Why not?
Said like a true American.
That's right. If I didn't believe that, why would I live here?
But you live there because you don't have the money to leave, sir. Because moving countries is a mission and a half. Let's face it, we'd all go to the Caribbean if we could. Better weather.
Yeah, it's pretty and all, but there's a dark side that the tourists.
That's racist.
I don't mean like that. I'm reminded of years ago, my boss at the time took a trip to the Caribbean. And while he was there, him and his wife rented scooters, went on, a drive around the island, and by accident ended up in the not tourist areas.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's funny, a lot of the Caribbean is like that.
It was like night and day.
That's also racist.
It was, American slums got nothing on this. We're talking shacks and
favelas. Yeah, a friend of mine decided that he'd have a one-night stand with a lady who lived in a favela. Woke up inside the favela, Brazilian favela. That is. Yeah, he ran really friggin' quickly.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, he ran down that hill. Damn near Billy Big stepped it all the way down. How did he not die? He ran. You'd be surprised how fast the white boys can move when they need to. Oh dear. And this was pre Olympics, pre World Cup. So they hadn't militarized the police yet at that point. So you could still hear gunshots from the dockyard back then, which was amusing for me. Memories.
Like the corners of my mind.
I'm making my dart traps at the moment whilst I wait for my cement. Your bikes are ready. Trying to think what's next.
Excuse me.
Did you not have any more hypotheticals to ask, Mr. Wing?
No, that was the only one that I had. It just appeared on my timeline. I've been avoiding my, and I only saw that because it was in my mentions. I've been avoiding my timeline like the plague on Twitter.
Twitter has calmed down a little bit. Either that or I've just been also ignoring it.
Yeah, well, everything else has kind of calmed down except in the Pacific Northwest, and that's par for the course.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into it and talk about it, but I'll just say this: they deserve whatever they get.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but please just kind of like give me the heads and tails, the till there of it, please.
That's where you got they're making their own community and all that in the American Northwest.
They're making their own community?
Yeah. Black Lives Matter and Antifa.
Are they?
Yeah, they fenced off a whole area of the town, Seattle, I think, and so this is our town now, and we're going to run it. And the government there is letting it happen. It actually more or less supporting it. So yeah, they'll deserve whatever they get out of it.
There are so many situations. There are so many scenarios in my head right now.
Yeah.
Are they trying to create an ethno state?
Yep. Pretty much.
But what about you said you mentioned Antifa?
Uh-huh.
So there are no black members of Antifa. We all know this.
No, they're all rich white kids.
Yeah, usually. They're keeping Antifa.
Apparently, I don't know all the details because, like I said, I've been avoiding it all. That's just the basics of what I know.
Oh,
Becca says it's 6 blocks of Seattle, so 6 city blocks.
Is that it?
That's quite a bit. 6 city blocks is quite a bit.
It's in Seattle.
Yeah,
it's a city. You can't do that.
Yeah.
They're trying to create an ethno block.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you got to start somewhere.
And I've heard they're already having trouble with theft and petty crime within that area. Imagine that.
And how do they plan to police that shit?
I guess they're forming their own police force. They've got armed guards and everything.
This isn't fucking Fallout, like.
Yeah, I know, but the government is allowing it to happen.
Mate, the government have decided that they're going to film everything and then sell it on pay-per-view. Is pay-per-view still a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. It'll be like Condemned or Battle Royale.
From what little bit I've seen, they've even come down on the police and said they're not allowed to use chokeholds or tear gas or anything with dealing with the rioters.
So what? They're allowing the police in?
I don't think the police are going within that area.
Probably advisable, to be honest with you.
It wouldn't happen here. I guarantee you that. It wouldn't happen here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I say, and they're just, it's par for the course for the Northwest.
Are they dumb?
Yeah, pretty much. It's because Seattle and the area up in Portland and all up in there are Antifa strongholds. and they're supported by the government. And by supported, I don't mean monetarily, but I mean, they're allowed to roam free, more or less.
Roam free, Mickey. They're doing a stupid. Oh, that's such a bad idea. Like, what happens if some of them try to leave?
I don't know.
Like, what happens if their armed guards get too heavy? Like, and who's going to hold them to account?
Don't know.
Like, what's going to happen then? Like, and
so that's what cracks me up for all these people that want to defund the police. A world without police is just a world of anarchy. Because anarchy depends on the goodness of people to do the right thing. And folks, in case you ain't figured it out yet, people aren't going to do the right thing. People are going to do what they want, what benefits them the most.
That's why the concept of the nap is stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Uncaps.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
that's why anarchy could never work and never has worked.
Yeah. Small scale, sure. Communism works on a small scale.
Well, even on small scale, it's only worked no more than several months.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. It's not viable.
That's not good. That's so stupid. These fucking people not understand that every time they pull shit like this, all they do is like reinforce the very things that they are fighting against. Yeah. Like, I don't know, white supremacy, ethno-nationalism, that shit.
Yeah. Becca says some come and go. They have to leave for food because they've already run out. Yeah, and I seen where they had their own garden. You're trying to grow a garden, and it's man. The pictures I've seen are just full of garbage and trash everywhere. It looks terrible. Can you imagine the stink? Because that lot doesn't like to use soap anyway. Good Lord, can you imagine the stink?
Oh, no, I really don't want to. If I can help it. If I can help it at all. Because they don't have they don't have city services. No. So, what about running water?
I don't know.
They don't have garbage collection. They don't have anyone repairing street lights and, gas pipes, anything like that. No city services. No one maintaining the road. They're not allowing store, trucks into electricity. Yeah, electricity.
Yeah, their garden was nothing more than a bunch of dirt poured on top of cardboard.
See, all this shit does is just reinforce arguments created by the alt-right. All you're doing is reinforcing their ideals and spreading them. That is all you're doing.
It can't let it can't. It'll fail. It just by design it will fail. It will fold in upon itself. It was ill thought out. All these kids, and they're mostly kids. They're mostly, Antifa's mostly kids. There are some older ones in there, but mostly kids. They've got this pie in the sky outlook, and that just is not the way the world works.
Mm-hmm. They think it's friggin' Neverland, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, kids, but you're a lot more reliant on the state than what you think you are, especially you, Antifa, because Antifa are Ancoms. If you're happy living in your own filth, and
no, Theater Winch Ginger, the garden is not a troll. I've seen pictures of it, and it's literally built on cardboard and rolled out sheets of plastic.
My God. I could make a better garden than that. Like, let that sink in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do they even have any livestock?
Oh, I'm sure they don't. They're probably vegan. To be honest with you.
Uh,
Or a good portion of them probably are, I would imagine.
well, I imagine Antifa members would be.
Yeah.
So you've got BLM and Antifa under the same roof.
Yeah, but BLM has their own garden.
How's that
get? I don't know.
I imagine it's probably better than
Faithless says, I heard they were gifted a cow. Okay. Do they know what to do with it?
What?
Do they know what to do with that cow? Do they know how to butcher it? And do they have the guts to butcher it? I mean, I would, but do any of them?
I doubt.
And it's not just a matter of killing the cow and just randomly cutting it up. You've got to know how to butcher that dude. It takes know-how.
I guarantee they fuck it up, and the cow would just suffer.
Do any of Faithless says it's a milk cow? Okay. Do any of them even know how to milk it? Bet they don't.
Yeah,
I do, but they don't.
We have to send Bloodwing in to help them.
I ain't helping them.
What if they paid you?
No.
You
all can fail. It's
Bloodwing survival course.
Life really works.
No, I think you should do it because then you can stand in front of them with a chicken and rip its head off in front of them and watch them throw up everywhere.
Yeah, well, I do know how to pop a chicken's head off with my bare hands.
Yeah, I've seen it done many times. I've been on survival courses with the cadets when I was younger. I didn't do it myself. There weren't enough chickens. But yeah, all the lads, they went to snap the chicken's neck and they all ended up pulling the heads off in the process. So,
yep.
I've also watched people twist the heads of bunnies off as well. So, and skin them.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. All you need, milking is not easy. You have to know what you're doing. There's a trick to it. There's a process. You don't just grab the teat and start pulling because you ain't gonna get nothing.
you can't treat a cow like you treat, theatre wench ginger. Just however you bloody well like.
Yeah.
For pizza, I did not do that. I need to make another frigging generator. Right, I'm not crafting anymore. I'm bloody going. I'm going to go kill something because. What do you mean, hey? Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey.
Yeah.
Ginger pubes. Yes, Jade. Oh yeah, you can come with me. Yeah. She's asking in the game because she's also listening to the stream. You see.
Oh, I see.
If she can come with.
Okay.
I want to go kill something. I'm not sure where to go. What is that on the map? I'm going to set the waypoint for over here.
I don't know where over here is.
It's all right. You've probably been there. Drive, old man. Who are you calling old? I'll leave the other one down. It's hard to smoke and drive at the same time in this game. In my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
Because you've got to have both hands down. It's not because I'm old. Oh, you know what? I left the bloody fuel on the tower. I'll turn around.
That's the reason if on those times that Jake and I have jumped over to the other voice chat, I can't text in the game. He can because he types over 90 words per minute, so he can take his hands off, type whatever he wants, and boom, he's back guiding his bike. I can't do that. No, gotta wait till we're stopped somewhere.
Jade, can you? Oh no, it's all right. I don't think I can. Actually, you know what? I will share the waypoint because you can't share the quick waypoints, though, can you?
I don't think so.
No.
And they don't stay. That's what aggravates me. Like if you log out of the game and you come back, all those waypoints are gone.
Yeah, you have to reshare them all, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Save waypoint. I'm just going to call the waypoint Jade. Enter. And then I have to share it
Right, so she hears J Kid's clicky clacky. Yeah, you should see him. The boy fly. I'm not exaggerating. He literally types over 90 words per minute. The boy is a whiz at the keyboard. Not me. I'm a 2-finger typist. I use the Columbus method. I search it out, discover it, and land on it when I type.
I mean, I can type pretty fast, but I can't smoke and do it.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know our horde base. Well, what I've done is you know how there were 4 slopes,
right?
Well, I'm building 4 mighty doom boxes over those slopes. Creating obstacle courses for the zombies. There are blade traps on the roofs of them, and electrical. And basically, it's 1 block, 1 row of blocks, then no blocks, 1 row of blocks, and each gap has water in it. And there's 2 electric traps per box as well. And I'm going to put some dart traps in there too.
It was raining body parts as it was.
Yeah, this is because inevitably there will be demolishers.
Folks, you should have seen it. It was hilarious. We were all just laughing so hard we couldn't hardly play. The
lag was insane.
Raining zombies, literally raining zombies just coming out of the sky. And it was doing good until the bodies started to pile up, and then they started to get through a little bit because they were standing on top of other bodies. But
sorry, I shot it in the ass. Oh, his head came off.
You shot him in the butt and his head come off?
No, Jade also shot the pig. It's all right. It happens. My horde base, my design is pretty much foolproof now.
Yeah. Did you figure out why those dart traps weren't working in that one corner?
Yes, I did. So you know the wiring is really odd,
right?
Hold on a second. I just need to tell Jade. If you go from this waypoint, I just look for somewhere to loot. Basically, because I haven't unlocked this area of the map yet. So if you just drive around, find somewhere good for us to go kill zombies. Not that shitty house that we're in front of. Let's go find a POI or something. Basically, I dug I asked the team to dig a hole. We dug a hole, a really, really big one. I then lined it with concrete. I then created the Pit of Doom. And the Pit of Doom is a very small area that is full of water as well. It's not particularly deep, but it's one block deep, and then there's a slope, and the slope goes up one side, it goes up the other. It's 1 block high, and on both sides are 2 dart traps. There's also 2 electric fence posts, and there are fully upgraded, fully concreted, fully metalled posts to stop them from getting at us from the viewing platforms. Directly above us, shooting from both sides, are a total of 2 shotgun turrets, 2 SMG turrets, and directly above that are several blade traps. Directly above there are 4 concrete slopes that they have to walk up and fall into the pit with, basically. Oh, great. There's a friggin' get back, bird. Friggin' buzzard.
Oh, I hate the birds.
Shit. You killed it. It's fine. Wait,
and them stupid birds can keep pace with you on a motorcycle too. They're fast.
Before too. They can attack you. Wash it in. Yeah, this is fine, Jade. So basically what I'm doing is creating boxes around the slopes, which are they themselves death traps. They'll have a really hard time getting through them because, again, they've got to jump up a block, walk, fall down a block into water, and they'll walk into 2 electric traps, and the dart traps will actually work this time. But the problem fucking hell, the lag. What happened last time is I had 2 separate power sources, and somehow the power source that was powering the dart traps was blown up. So the dart trap stopped working altogether on that side. It also reminds me of a shit ton of dart ammo to make.
Plus, we all have junk turrets that we set. It was glorious. There was things going off everywhere.
Oh yeah, it was chaos. Just raining zombies and fire, and
I still ain't figured out why they were on fire when they come down.
I still don't. I have no idea how that happened either.
Some of them were.
My pit of doom is pretty good, but there's a couple of things I've got to do. I need to create like a path around where the trip wires are. I love the blunderbuss so much.
I know you do. That's how you greet us every morning.
Good morning, bang!
Every morning at 4 a.m., which if you play the game, that's when it considers morning. You get this little tone. Do, do, do.
Da, da, da.
You can hear Alex going, good morning, kabloom.
Good morning, bang!
No wonder our floor in our home base isn't full of holes. Because,
well, to be fair, there is actually a bit of damage to the bed. That wasn't caused by me. Those were not caused by me. Those are rather peculiar, actually. I don't know actually how they came to be.
I got you.
I'm getting your lead, old man.
Okay. Last I knew, I need it. Of course, I didn't play last night because I worked, but
I'm getting your brass as well. See, I don't like having to destroy anything that spawns loot, but I have to in this particular base.
Has the loot respawned yet?
It has in a lot of places around us. What the fuck is happening? This game is weird sometimes. Oh, the bloody box destroyed. Never mind. Yeah, you should have. I've been making 7.62.
Well, that's the ammo we use the most of, because I know at least 3 of us have M60s. So, although I only use the M60 during Horde night.
I like to use the shotgun's great for clearing out buildings and whatnot.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on a good pump shotgun, because the double barrel just reloads too slow.
Yeah. There is actually a spare one. Ooh, level 4 AK-47. Very nice. I'm going to scrap that shotgun as well. Yeah, I'm just collecting pieces in this base. I've actually made a horde tower out of this particular building. Bloodwing, do you know how to make a building into a prefab?
No, I don't.
I need to learn how to do that. So, because inevitably we're going to lose the save, because Alpha 19 comes out on the 26th of June.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not lose my design for the Horde Tower.
Right.
If I can help it. So
I'm going to miss our spot right here on the lake. The view is glorious.
Well, we can, we are a Navas game.
Yeah.
So I imagine they won't change the map. Well, I know one thing they are doing is they're adding the story element to the game finally. So you know that note that you get when you start a new game?
Right.
Talking about dumping you off. Well, that actually means something, and there is going to be like an end boss kind of scenario. They're introducing factions to the game as well.
Huh.
Yes. There will be a story element to it.
Well, I've always been curious as to, because they don't explain it, on what happened. How did they get in this shape? What happened?
Well, that's going to be a part of the game. There are going to be human enemies now. Yeah, so you don't have to like play PvP in order to have a human element. There's actually going to be factions.
Well, the human enemy makes sense.
Hmm.
I mean, you know, you've watched Walking Dead too, and yeah, the zombies are dangerous, but the humans are more dangerous. So
Yes, they are, because they can shoot back.
yeah. And it makes sense if society breaks down like that, if it really happened, say, then yeah, you're going to have factions, and it'll be the other people that you're going to have to watch out for more than the zombies.
Yeah, 100%. And do you reckon you'd be all right?
Do I reckon I'd be all right for what?
In a living in a zombie world scenario?
Yeah, I can't run worth a crap, but I can handle a weapon very well, and yeah.
Good.
Go with. You know, I'm not going to run anywhere real quick.
You're not.
But I can protect myself.
You don't think you'd end up in a scenario where you're like basically overloaded? You'd be swarmed by the horde.
You would try not to put yourself in that, you know. You know, in the shape I'm in, I'm not going to be one of the people out clearing up stuff.
True. Yeah. I'll run, you cover, I'll cover.
You cover and I'll cover while you hobble. I'll run, you cover, and I'll cover while you hobble. Yeah, okay, you got it.
I've got crutches now, so like I'll fuck your shit up.
And Mama Minnie can, you know, she's Marine, so she can handle a weapon too. We could just, you know, keep everybody protected. That's our job.
You have to hunker down somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't go to the mall.
No. If I learned anything from watching Dawn of the Dead, I learned not to go to the mall.
Zombie babies are born in there. You know this. We've done the science. We've done the science. Oh yeah, you'd be all right because you've got Mama Minnie, really. She'd help you survive.
Sorry, guys, if you heard that. There's a new person that's moved into the neighborhood. I'm not sure where they live, but I hear the cars several times a day, and it's one of those boom boom cars.
Oh God.
It actually is this one's so loud that it actually gives me a headache. It hurts my head.
Really?
Yeah. And it goes by the house several times a day. So I know they've either just moved here or they've just built the stereo system in this car. And they're really proud of it.
Yeah, we get those around here as well, to be fair.
If you heard that, I apologize. Nothing I can do about it.
Boom, boom. Yeah, we call them chavs or boy racers around here. They usually do it in like a really shitty hatchback. They put a little gay spoiler on it. They spend like the amount of money that they spend on the sound system, they could have actually just spent to buy a decent car.
Oh yeah. Some of the cars I've owned didn't cost as much as those stereo systems. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And if it makes my head hurt inside my house and they're out in the street and it's in their car with the windows up, can you imagine what it's doing to their brains?
Oh yeah. But you know, let the music sort them out.
It's like, oh my gosh.
I wouldn't worry over killing a zombie. It's the humans that were telling each other. Yeah, pretty much. Human desperation.
What was the catchphrase? I think it was season 3 of The Walking Dead.
Oh, the cannibals. Is that the cannibals?
Kill the dead, fear the living.
I like that. Is the third season with the cannibal lot?
No, I don't know. I don't remember. I forget.
It's been a while since I've watched.
Which I called that. I so called that. You can ask Mom Minnie because we were watching it together at that time. And you were talking about Sanctuary, or not Sanctuary. What was the name of the? What was it? It was like a train station.
I can't remember.
But you know, because it ended with them seeing the signs to go the season before to go there.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, they're cannibals. I will bet you they're cannibals. And Terminus, thank you.
Terminus, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the clue, Terminus, because Terminus is the end of the track. It's the end.
End of the 4th season, beginning of the 5th season. Okay.
Yeah.
I quite like the prison arc. You know, because that's when they like get into a fight with the governor. Who's a pretty
kind of lost me a little bit with the loss of Rick. I get it; the actor wanted to quit and all that, and it wasn't that Rick was my favorite character, but he just felt essential to the whole story. It just doesn't feel right.
Thank you for spoiling season 8 for me. So, well,
geez, that was 2 seasons ago, dude.
I know, but I haven't been watching, have I? Yeah, they killed off his son as well, which I thought was. Carl! He's not supposed to die. Is he?
Yeah.
Carl. See, I like Negan. I like him as an antagonist.
I like him as a villain. I don't like him as a character. I mean, you're supposed to hate him.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I mean. You're supposed to hate him, and they do a good job of that.
Jeffrey D. Morgan, fantastic representation.
Yeah, he was good in Supernatural.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I really liked Negan as a character when he's first introduced. I haven't watched for a few seasons. I've not watched since Negan killed the guys. I've not watched since Carl died, I believe was the last episode I watched.
But yeah, they've kind of lost me of late. I haven't watched the season with the ones that dress up like zombies yet. I forget what they're called, but they dress up like zombies. There's a whole group of them. Have not watched that yet. But
oh, I didn't know there was a group that dressed up like that.
Yeah, they wear the skin of zombies, actually.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they just use the zombie hordes to travel. You know, they just fit right in with them. And they
okay. That's pretty
but
smart.
They're the new antagonist of that season, and I haven't watched that.
I see.
Watched the lead into it, you know, where they first run across them.
D-Nation is very good. It's like the funny comedy light version.
Is it? I've seen it on Netflix. I've never watched it. I've thought about it.
I think you'd enjoy it. At least the first season you'd enjoy. At least the first season you'd probably enjoy it. After that, I don't know.
Whisperers. Thank you, Lindsay. That's what they're called, the Whisperers, because they only talk in they talk in grunts and growls and whispers to blend in with the zombies.
I see. Great. Well, I like The Walking Dead. It's just the thing is with it is it tends to get very dry in places. It gets a bit boring in many places in it, and it kind of loses me a lot. But I like it when they finally get to Alexandria.
Yeah.
I like that arc, and then obviously the introduction of Negan. And what's the guy with the tiger? Ezekiel, is that his name?
Oh, King.
Is Ezekiel his name?
Ezekiel, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him a lot. Of course, then the tiger dies, and that's very sad. Yeah. I never played any of the games. I don't think I'd enjoy the games.
But yeah, I would always like to see, because one of my favorite zombie comics, people talk about the Walking Dead. Of course, that's based on a comic series, The Walking Dead. It wasn't the first, because back in the 80s, there was a series of comics called Dead World. And a lot of the things that are in Dead World ended up in The Walking Dead. I'm not sure. I am not saying that he took ideas from it, but it almost seems like some of the ideas. Yeah. But one thing the Dead World has that The Walking Dead does not is it had an intelligent zombie.
Oh, it variations then.
Yeah, it had an intelligent zombie that was called King Zombie. It actually looked like Macho Man Randy Savage as a zombie, and he always had a cigarette right, and he rode a motorcycle and had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. But he was intelligent and could command the lesser intelligent zombies.
I see. Okay.
Which to me was an interesting point of that comic series. I'd always have wanted to see that. If you guys have never heard of Dead World, look it up. It had some very good artwork. A lot of it was black and white, but a lot of the covers, the colored covers on it was fantastic. And of course, it was an independent comic, But
good.
I really enjoyed that series. Used to have them all for first edition of those.
What happened? You lose them or sell them?
Yeah, I lost over 4,000 comics out of storage. So,
oh, that sucks, man. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah, I had, those library boxes. The you know what I'm talking about? Document boxes. They're like a couple of feet long, and I had several of those full, and they were all in plastic cases and. Yeah,
that sucks, mate. Because that'd be worth a mint right now, probably a lot of them.
Oh yeah, they were $3 back in the '80s to buy that Dead World series. They were $3 a piece back in the '80s. Late '80s, early '90s, I think was the time. Late '80s, I think. Yeah, long boxes,
That'd be worth a pretty penny now.
Well, my biggest regret is when my mom sold. I had a copy of the first issue of Spider-Man. Do you have any idea what that's worth?
Oh, I bet that's thousands and thousands.
Tens of thousands.
Oh,
tens
mate.
of thousands. And I went away to California for a year and came back, and I was looking for it. I said, "Mom, where's my comics at?" "Oh, well, while you were away, I didn't think you wanted them anymore, so I sold them in a yard sale for a dozen for $1."
Uh-oh.
Somebody got a fine.
Yeah. Someone got a friggin' steal. A mega
basically a dime for it. And it's the last time I looked it up in a Beckett was sometime in the 90s, and it was worth $35,000 in the mid 90s. Yeah. I could have retired.
You could have, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. I haven't looked at a Beckett for a long time, so I don't know what it's worth now. But. And for those uninitiated that don't do comic, a Beckett is they're also used for trading cards. A Beckett is a book that basically lists what their worth is.
Yeah. Mate, just don't do it to yourself now, mate. Don't even bother to try and look it up.
Yeah.
Because you want to throw yourself into a bloody pit of
fire.
I
had the original V for Vendetta series.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, mate.
I love that series. Love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
I think the movie's great.
The movie is great. My favorite line in the whole movie is when they shoot. He's got all the metal shoved down his shirt and stuff, and they shoot him up, and then he says, "My turn."
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, it's on now." Oh,
why won't you bloody die? Ideas are indestructible. Or was it? You cannot kill an idea or something like that. I can't remember, but it's a great line. I probably just butchered it. I like it when he's giving the speech to London.
It's a great movie. Great movie and the great comics. And it actually follows the comics fairly well. There's a few bits and pieces here and there that are kind of off the comic, but it does a pretty good job of following the comics. But it's a great movie. It's a little heavy-handed in places, because it is trying to get an idea across. It has an idea.
Oh yeah.
But it works for what it is. It does work.
My only gripe with the movie is what's his face? the guy who plays V, Hugo Weaving his name. His American comes through when during the torture scene, and it's like, come on, you were doing so well up until now.
Lindsay, you know, The Watchmen, and I've watched it, and it's a good film. It is a good film, but I don't get the craze over it. I really don't.
It's a bit long.
I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it near as much as I did V for Vendetta.
Yeah, I saw The Watchmen in the cinema. I actually had no idea what The Watchmen was when I went to go watch it. It was just, you know, somewhere, something to go do something, basically. And I was not expecting, you know, the 8-hour runtime. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
The graphic novel, yeah, I haven't read the graphic novel. I do know that he had intended on using, because at the time DC had just purchased a bunch of old Carlton comics characters like the Blue Beetle, the Question, and all those, and he had intended to use them, but then something happened, he wasn't able to use them, and that's why the Question became what's the guy with the mask that was always changing?
The Rorschach test.
Rorschach,
isn't it?
Yeah. The Blue Beetle became the Owl. You know,
unfortunate. My wife is bringing us 6 seasons of The Good Witch.
And what's his name that we were talking about? The actor that plays Negan is in that movie.
Yes, he is.
Plays the comedian.
His character is basically evil.
Yeah.
But I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a cruel, violent rapist. Which is what he was.
Yeah. He stabs his the Vietnamese lady, is it?
Yeah.
Stabs her when she's pregnant with his baby.
Yeah.
It's pretty grim.
Yeah, it didn't shy away from touchy subjects. And again, it was trying to make a statement.
Yes, it was.
You know.
The idea that humanity needs the
difference,
an enemy.
The difference between the film adaptations of that and V for Vendetta was that it got a little too heavy-handed in The Watchmen, and in V for Vendetta, it just worked for it. Yeah, it was heavy-handed in places, but it worked. It was okay.
Oh,
but
the lag I'm getting today.
Having said that,
just terrible.
It is time. Man, how time flies when we're just yakety yakking.
Oh, we've had a good chin wag today.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it. But we do have to cut it off here, folks. It's at 2 hours. Alex got things to do, and I'm going to try to eat me something before we decide to go kill zombies. And
I've got a stream in 30 minutes over on Twitch.
Yeah.
Actually, not 100% sure what it is I'm doing today. It's fan.
You taking a page from my book, then?
Well, I'm turning up, and people are going to give me stuff, basically, to work with. I probably won't go for that long, because again, I've been very, very distant lately, and I just need to get back into the swing of things, you know.
Well, I'll just hang out until I get word from you when it's when you're ready to play. But until then, we've got to end this and get out of here. Thank you for coming, Alex. Of course. Anything you've mentioned this Twitch stream? Anything else you want to give a shout out?
Oh yeah, I released my technically 3rd ever true crime video, but it was my 2nd one for the main channel. Yesterday, it's about Elliot Rodger. If you guys enjoy that kind of thing, perhaps you'd maybe like to give the video a watch. It is a documentary video. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes. So go check that out. That's linked in the chat. enjoy. Tell me what you thought of it.
And as for me, there will not be a stream on Thursday because I do have to work Thursday and Friday actually, but there will be Saturday. I am off on Saturday, so I will see you all on Saturday. Thanks everybody for coming out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you spending your time with us. Don't think that goes underappreciated because I know very well that you could be doing something other than hanging out with this old guy. So I do appreciate it. But anyway, we got to get out of here. And so until Saturday, get out of my yard.
Bye, guys.